I know many of you have never witnessed or seen cattle just after a hurricane, but when we talk about checking these animals out and observing them, something that struck me numerous times is how sore these animals seem. They're a little stiff, and just if you can think about what they've been through, they do tell you that they're a little sore and not exactly right. But as long as they're not just really drawn up, as long as they look somewhat healthy, just keep an eye on them. If you have breathing problems, now that's something that you may want to address, in your initial observation, or if it comes up a little later, they can get stuff in their lungs that causes infection, which we can probably treat. Now, if it's a chemical of some sort, that may be a different thing, but we still want to try to render aid and give the appropriate type of medicine for respiratory problems. But there again, just if at all possible, give these cattle a few days to recuperate, see how their body condition starts to improve. If it stays somewhat gaunt and not looking like it's filling up or getting enough to eat, that's a response we need to observe and try to get some fresh water, feed, something like that. Many times if it's salt water comes across your ground, it will kill the grass. So just because they got forage here to eat, it may not be a very good quality just because of the salt water has affected the plant. But if you observe your cattle and they continue to steadily gain body condition, if they start to look better and they start moving good, you're pretty confident that things are going your way. But there again, some of these symptoms take sometimes 2 to 3 weeks to show up, especially with respiratory or bacterial diseases or whatever. The incubation time can be several weeks. So we want to continue to monitor these cows for a good bit of time after a storm. When cattle have been through a storm, a grown mature cow can probably stand somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 hours plus, maybe 4, 5, 6, you never know. But the calves, they have a tendency to only be able to stand 10 or 12 hours. So if they're having to stand in water for a very long period of time, there could be swelling, there could be several things that happen in the feet and leg region. So if that's the case, when we observe our herd, recommendation is to gently move them to drier ground if at all possible. And it does not ever hurt to get veterinary assistance when certain things like this arise, because infections or whatever can occur on these feet and legs that have been submerged in water for long periods of time.